Kumasi King Faisal. Well, Alhaji Grunsah the NTN or your management committee of the Black Stars member. Among 4 person Mbusa say a co-worker P management for no or mun a problem by in 2014. Emma Commission of Enquiry report say number no cry so. Apart from that, and he say you 2 or more cat said the players najeno. I was say allowance beer. I'm minor bedroom will see a debemom, call honorarium yen charge. But yatisa ye 2 or moka, yentie Grunsah.
If you put this management committee for no appearance fee of $100,000.
Cram. Say a Giska cram. Meeting up playing con man risk my life. Man risk my life and man risk my life. Huh? Yoko Nigeria Omubu and the Nomukasai Omu hobby. As I say, some journalists have been we somehow money na Omunya Mabua Mutimikasa. Yen Momu na Oka say $100,000 Ghana ni BSC and Yesika we deserve it. Yeko Nigeria. Ye Bahayani Black Star. Yeko Nigeria. Yeko Ajuma na yajai wa ha eko Ethiopia ube ya Ajuma ube yokra win 100. But Ethiopia wouldn't know who ube more than that. Say kramwa. Yedi didn't ye bibiao. Say kramwa womunka say ya fum kram no womunka na yemfa skanum bremen.
Alhaji say omotina play more buying HR plane ticket more kono. Omo life at risk. Omokoda hotel in the name of Ghana no. Omo life here at risk. Omoja omajuma nti omo deserve 100,000 in 2 weeks. Na omoko Nigeria and so ye nyina ekobi. Omoko bo omo no obi a mo obi a ohode. Obi a mfanensa anka obi a. But eno so ye risk nti they deserve it. Listo. Appearance fee for management committee members.
Yes, Obama but I think say say edikan kasa blasters and nkofobi sense say a profit making venture. Until anytime be on many opportunity be and making sure say omo ebe de ebe make omo de be yom huyi. And indeed no anayede asakosino. Commission of Enquiry at the white paper at the report by me the white paper to somehow send out they can chiri muno. So I was say ye transcend the yeshwe sika e betumi de amount. Any kwan say basa the players na agent and no be near the bemom. Nanso mpenfo mo yes 7. Ohwe a list omo de buy na omo yes 7. And Alhaji di ababeto say omaje a appearance fee. I remember say Papa Poku ekan Emma Odro Safo executive committee executive council member say da $1 kra obi anya bi te ne Alhaji Grunsah ababeka say omonya sika no na Odro Safo ntro na no otwa na say wo hu say a opportunity say also defend nti ono so ba be defend at sempanifo wo krom ase no omo chijimi ensaje yesika wie no mo sa so ye de edintro at this age medical can say wunya say adwuno start say ba otrimu pe e nkwaje ho na so work but Odro Safo ye na adwun say obedi ntro no dey den or they tinkrofobia anim 100,000 they don't deserve it Alhaji un deserve $100,000 Nigeria mu di ekire keke mu di team na chi keke na mo enjoy mo enrich mo munye juma ten kra monye because say your fair players are Alex Asante and onu o make sure say all the protocols involved administrative work BFA blasters no bia ono ye enti say management committee no o ma she that and manfo bi dey adumu ye omu huye na wo say Ghana for any authority and making sure say they no scrappy fee because a avenue for people omo dey they make undue ska omo deserve sika no omo deserve baku Sami Kufo $100,000 and I was so return. You don't deserve it. Deserve say amount $100,000. We are large. We say no always is and I'm the name or the no TV. This is the enjoyment of more enjoy national team, and they are not even give us any. They are not giving us any resource. Resource papa be no more dem and waka so. Sika mo Jenny ade ade nyina no. Ebi amo the resource papa be na den my team 10 blasters and say eye baby e di make ska. Into Obama me die sika no mu deserve so omu Jesus ska no. Okay. Ti onipa na otua dem omo no. So minister e na ko tua dem omo a. Okay. Minister yes raw. E was so Jesus ska no because Alhaji say so omaye boni bi a yenka so mo first ska no mo de beba. Alhaji maye boni because mo akwa koye adwuma trin bi a. Ya se samu de egu akire. Alhaji meka nche adwuma poti omo ye sanka omo wa ye adwuma bi na nka yama ne ska na ko beka se o mi ko mi yese ba de o kan se ye di team na chi no ye ti play mo ko the risk involved but want me and cast ade potin a omo kokoye ma players no omo di akire no omo ko enjoy e na omo make money e na omo de aba no omo mentwom enye se mi bu mabamo but say o ka se minister ensanyi ska no back no abreu e ko 12 years ni o me kan go si agaba o se e ba adwuma e ka ko vibra na one man them say we on person obeka meet me man there be on kan Obama no ana obeka sa e wo ho
Alhaji Karim Faisal dia okay Obama Alhaji Karim Faisal dia o be promote players mo man san ba Brasta say Saddick and you
we no any personal money
Minkasa
ai
ya mi hu dia minka because asem bia obeka bia o kan o hada because yaso odene o man na yiwo mu yaso odene en oba enye nwanwa because omuma ehu say yekoye fanfare e wo kata na kakra na FIFA de ama ye ne nyina ye nche na obi anya ne de no obi amfa nkobo ne bra but de ya na eye ya enkofu bi ho ma bobra sika ye kan enka enye wo mo hwe but eye ade a e wo se ye ka ntia enu nti na nkofu bi wo ha se wo mo Black Stars Management Committee ya na ye mu bi hu ne se hunya hwe obi ti se seconds hwe bra seconds abo ni e wi kurumu do nyina ena ne etinenka we hu se wabobra ejapade ahodo alisa nyom enche se oyobi a ode ne ho ankasa enti se koba se 100,000 ho enti na ye yensu konoma ye be kasa asem bia ya na ha adwene kakra waje en mi nipa ba kwa ya na ne de eye me yapa yesame wo se kufo because time anu obo ne de time anu obo ball no obo senior national team enu ma anu wo mpe no se oba wa join this anu o ma ni nyina esi o kọ ni agye na ne fufuo da botoyam na o twadi eno se o ma hu se e hono se Black Stars ne de o hu se o ba unya hwe wudi akira unya sika kura chen se o bo no eno ntina ba bia he ni e kan Morocco for de se o ba bi o ho mbetimi a donate sika me de akoma charity and Black Stars Management Committee no se ko ye o ba bia kombetimi a donate ska e dey ma charity a e Black Stars Management Committee no because wo hwe omo da so pa ori akwasi agiman wa bone bra wa bod e bra bia so panyini boy wa bo hwe sami osai kofo Mr. Kwame Ofusu banfo a medika bo ni dini Steven Apia ena Kenel Kojo Damwa na Alhaji Grunsah hwe me ba bia na me wo problem ni se hwe ye ho ena Black Stars Management Committee ni ye hwe ena ye hu Alhaji Grunsah hu wie no wakwa ko hu bibi ti sa agama na bia woni namua na bia wakwa ko hu mospaka na woni namua na bia togbe afedabi anase enkofo bia omudu omusika eye football no omu ne yekọ ena yeka se chale mu ye football masa dedicate mu as a Black Stars Management Committee nti munyi wei na mokokora mo anya hwe kwa matimi de bia aboa mu teams same kofo udiska mana ni team ne de yene wo de yesi ofi nsuo no ane de no ane nam they say ye de nsuo ye de nam nam na nsuo be no de kwa akono a
For the deserve.
Will be a deserve.
No, I a former player. Me cap position no yes cano.
That's something I can say. And your former player cross him. Your cap last task management committee. Say be a team manager. And as well a coordinator be there. And then the former player 70 acre. Say me ya na me pese. All more and music a football no. Abdul Salam bisa. I nim brown more bread and son. And I double better as ote. Okay, say I double more $100,000. I only made Juma and Quada with the babuao. Now come Canada 100 or the sit down cook was to Uncle Tobu to Mobia. Uncle Tobo Mobia. Or Sako for Jenny dia on Tori Mobia. Seconds. First, I know your quote, they say, well, Jai on Fancy and Chef Football. And think I'm crofona. Eh, you crank up with it. And come on, 20 crowd, $20,000. What year, Jai, 1.5 for Jumasa. 20 the cano. Say, also, a dear Yakran says, yet me sponsorship now has now $26,000. Now, we got tournament, could debate 2 weeks. Was yes, a Blasters Management Committee member when $100,000.
But I see a Niska de Bay League.
But it was see a Niska de Bay League. I same way, Nansa be no. Nansa Bay Pan was the same way. Said the whole season, Obi bought over 30 matches. Sa team no she travels for bear say salaries obetia no man on no $26,000 but and now say Black Stars na cash cow nti obi be di akire as a management committee member no a say nipa do kra no only club bi asika bi obenya bi on na bushafo na ekwa akodi no no man no $100,000 na say ne ye boy be
one man now we dey also on cab ma say o to me sign we akire o say me bra so
oh there be say medical ka say Alhaji Grunsah Oye King Faisal ohia sika what I say and kenyame wa domna say utim be kan management committee blast management committee no omo dwuma pa ne say omo dwuma no say omo tu place ne fa say bi ekoyie ka say o kan ye no say clubs no so far sponsorship ni ha it been their salaries ka this is the time one say 7-member committee no then I heard clubs are more Ghana Premier League, be first division, be crowd can one, be 2 become one. Then come Bomodin, more managers, you know. Then I first say okay. So if you know and no come, then come by, no comedy coyer. Salaries, who go 100,000 pa na the Premier League, say pa, Obekochi pa. What I say, Obekochi. I'm a player being Cabetono. Duma, I can't do much. He said, "Dear, be you know, channel pay a bequan." What does it? The place be about tono 20,000. Then come with my canwa league in Amam League in my day. Then you can't once a nigga calling him. Because players in the ball league in my league near dance and Nipa. So when this can Nipa be serving, Omina club administrators, no this can grow league anymore. And can place be on the Toma call Mozambique, no near that 10,000. Players in come alone, say be that can be what just say. And come back Karma league, you know. They all say who you say when ye. So say can be bad there. And the encore omo bre players no no. Encore mo no munya bi infantry salaries nya de ade. Obekro ni car crop toma team no kwade tu kwan. With $100,000, bet me $50,000 at top car. I bet me one man training now crab bet me the omako to and flow. What just say. And but we can say nipa no deserve us. Can be a deserve, but the even man for so aba adwuma we any mu biem. Because Alhaji Grunsah say when 100,000 say King Faisal no e be wouldn't akora nim kakra fine. That's why say be a man no. Because King Faisal did no call. Oh hema on fa go to fie man come in kola no. What be call man omo to omo sa na nke betima ko places nya de bebre nanka ada committee there what be for do mato so o just say but we there yes okay the mo konya sample se bunya bi kakara be mo kola no ko ye kan nyina no en kola na e ball na betima nya bi replace blaster na omo ho omo so hiaska o just say
well sa omu hia ska de ade na won fa kwan papa bi so a odi be wura league num dan sa wo free nipa 4 5 because wo ko free salam wo ko free fuya mo maka na
o de bi se
anything ye se fa kwan papa so hwe Esther wo news say omoje ampa wura mu no what say omoje ampa management committee for
no say Alhaji confirm
na fa say member na confirm ya
So ebia wo twa empoa. Ebia.
Sometimes $100,000 na times 16. Sometimes na 16.
Oh, the NT am say I was say about adwuma kwa. Na ye can be. Said the be asem bi aba because sana minister I say aban bi about minister sister dear Dawson. Ghana ye niska akofa minister for akoma ku sister ni pamba no 120. What I say, the same country no. Next one obeba onu so beka say 120 at the elephant government. Oba ben 180.
The video band on sa.
Now never.
The oba we know the
Okay. Because na Kofi make a point to be Black Stars Management Committee. Black Stars Management Committee say we 10 and 12 technical team backroom staff. Say they we are. Na unya nipa 2 coordinator and then assistant for administration and no. No I'm contract for 4 years. It's Alex Asante na ye Black Stars Management. Yeah, mom a chrome ha adia ba ko a
otumi ni nyina
adia ba ko a eda damo Ghana for Mrs. say me ka ho Niger
because Asante
Ghana for say we always ka on pe musika omboa
oba
mo bi nkasa asem ni bi
Oba,
nkyɛw da say akwa we dey always ka
Oba,
nti on
Asante.
pe musika omoboa Ghana ni kasa sikani empe musika na yes management committee for obi ayi omo che o ti say obi dey dey charity ana obi ababont abrofo otumi ka say public lo say yenye dai menye mon first kan nko say ko da o masan age nti wo ka management committee for obi abone bra ye tia ye obi fidi o ko fi ba na ka say obi abone ade no maje
explanation nso nye
enye say they
say
deserve it
ya tran play mu na Alhaji we deserve see the man na quick fast but say ya tran play mu ya say na
da o tina play mu
o di Alhaji ka sa na o twempo
enye say bia ye nyansa bia enye fine
no twempo because
o mai bi te say Ghana
Ye
ye
kɔla
liga
gye
ye
obi
bo
ama
park ye bo wo si na mutimi ko convince aban say my 100,000 man panyimfo wi e wa bra ye nim say adwuma na omo ye no omo nye hwe e bro sa Alex Asante na ye coordinator Oliver Behoff nko na coordinate German national team one person Ghana kofa nipa 7 omo kasa kura party mo muntie omo yo de na wo ka kire no
Alex na ye adwuma no
we call management committee member ultimate lobby one player be twam no akwa asmadi kwa hwan ni onim no
Alex ni Henry
but I say check $700,000 e de ma omo say omo ye bibi nti ye kan ma mo nyama dwen say be sesa the next FA president obe first 17 management committee tita ma so ne ya ba adwuma
information me won say Steven Apia no nensa
na so wan go bi
but ni din wo management committee
na wan go bi abede
oh but say you kroma say ni hu so obi mu de obi mu din koje
I don't know ko bi
ono o say mpenifo no mu di team na no mu ade ono so sebe o wonu munyam otumi mba ma mfa
anti in fact say
to ono wate ada
amount for
you say check hu so bi ade ni din akoje
$700,000 no oni hwa na ekọ check hwa na be kan say
say no nipa na o cheche no sports minister no e na o say pressure kono so
yes sports minister ni share
na what is
na cheche
oh accountant ho
Dabi
sports ministry no
minister
na ya
authority asem na be kan wa sa yen ka say sports ministry na why na head sports ministry
ono ya authority wo honom oba ya no be ya account
enti me sports minister film because sika bia ye tua ye bia no e ono e na odama ye tua say sika no
under pressure of my under see but obia omu nyina no na omu so omu di omu ka kire minister the martin no say omu deserve $100,000
omu deserve ye de oman na de mo omu na e kire say omu deserve
yes omu ni minister a confrontation
omo hakino
one thing ya na to de bia men santi ase say players na omu ye adwuma no mo sa na omu di sika pepe
wa
ehin ne yes ade no say a player na ono e ye adwuma no wa betra wa udidi a wada no wo ni player ni nyina e jepe no ntina meka say minister no ko chase ka keke e world cup
yeah kwa man so let's speak to Mr. Herbert Mensah, former chairman of Asante Kotoko. Chairman, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, my brother. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Yeah, it's been a long
You
time.
know, I know, and I never come on radio.
I know.
So I was in a meeting, and your boy called, and he said, "Look, it is you." So I have to tell the people I'm in the meeting. I'm here in the UK. That if you don't mind, I'll take a few minutes to talk to one of our young superstars. So I had to explain who you are. They're Nigerians and Europeans here with me, and we wish you a happy New Year.
Oh, thank you very much, and we are much grateful for spending this precious time with us. Very grateful, and we just want to get your opinion on a very pertinent issues, especially with regards to sports. You've been away for some time, but your knowledge is still very influential in so many ways. First and foremost, we've seen the team at the World Cup, the Black Stars, and we've just been discussing on how some executive members or management committee members of the team have confirmed receiving $100,000 each as appearance fee for the 2 weeks that they spent in Qatar. I don't know. I don't know what this sounds to you.
I apologize for my laughing. Um, sports is big business, and I think that certainly, when I came to Kotoko, one of the first things I stopped was the non-playing body, the administrative group taking winning bonuses with the team. I stopped it because sports is big business, and you have to pay the bills. If you're a good administrator, you have to win off the field. Off the field means that you put in structures that ensure longevity for the team. You're not a player. You're not part of that squad. Your productivity should be measured in different ways. So one of the first things I did was I canceled it in Kotoko. And I have a strong belief that until you can be financially balanced, it should not be a place where people just go and make money and enrich themselves. That's my view. Of course, when you win, when the bonuses are big, when the winning trophy, the margins are there, they should actually sign it into their contracts to deliver, not simply to collect because the players train and they also collect. That's just my personal view.
Right. But we know you've been very, very cardinal in the transformation of the Ghana Premier League from the early millennium to, the latter part of it before you left to the other sports. But attendance at the stadia in recent times have been very, very, very appalling. And I understand you've had one or two takes on it. Under your tenureship at Kotoko, we saw the numbers at the centers, even when the club was not winning the league. What was done then, and what has been the shifts? What can we do to get back to those times?
Well, I think everybody has their view. I think some people think that you need to call meetings to discuss things and meetings to discuss. But I think the problem, my brother, is simply this, that if the people who run the game, and I'm talking right the way from the ministry downwards, understand the meaning of sports, and that sports indeed is business, then it is that they will change the way that they look at it. There are some who believe that, just playing in a stadium, people should come. But you need to respect the supporters. When I came to Kumasi Asante Kotoko, somebody who says a long time ago, but I believe it was probably Aboa who brought me the figures from Galka before I started. And the amount was even less than was collected in the Cape Coast region last weekend. So the attendance was zero. And yet it is that knowing that we did not have a source of income from anywhere else, we had to look at the image of the game. We had to put a business plan together. And the business plan took a 5 and a 10-year course, put together over a 12, 24, 36-month period. Understanding first and foremost that you need to change the image. You need to manage the respect for the supporters, understanding that that supporter will travel to come to watch, he will need to eat, he will need to be entertained, he will need to go back home, and respect the fact that he has other things to do with his money, not even to mention foreign football and so forth. So we embarked on the change of the image of the club, a change of the image of football, change of the means of communication, and started putting programs together with which would ensure that we would win off the field. We set a 5-year target to start winning on the field in terms of the Premier League, in terms of Africa, in terms of finishing within the top 3-4 within Africa, and within 10 years being able to compete with some parts of weaker Europe. So you set the plans, you put them in motion, understanding that you cannot say that Real Madrid is a great club if the stadium is empty. You cannot say that Camp Nou, empty, represents a Barcelona or Old Trafford, Manchester United, Emirates, Arsenal, the Bayern Ring in Germany. You have to cater for the supporters. If you went to the Hamburg Stadium when it was first built, the sound system, when we went there with Tony Yeboah, the sound system, the music, the entrance, it was an occasion. When you go to Dortmund, it's an occasion. Schalke, it's an occasion. And we sought to make Osei Krum that same occasion, where we got young, old, women, children. So you combine it with building up your supporters group, the circles group. You combine it with your youth activities. You combine it with getting back into the schools. You must set your plan clearly about the image of what you wish to achieve. And some people will say, well, talk is cheap. But as you know, we fill the stadium every single week, to the point that when we played away, when it is that we played away from Kumasi, the stadiums will be full in Brekum, in Daewoo, and everywhere else that you go. But once you take your eye off the ball and you lose the respect for the supporters, you change the way that you view football as a business. Maybe it's not your money, so it doesn't matter. But if you really understand that you want to build greatness, then you have to look at football as a global sport. And you take our great teams, Hartsville, Kumasi, Asante Kotoko, the new ones who are capturing the scene today. And then you can draw comparisons to what is happening in other parts of the world where they've changed it from empty stadiums into full stadiums.
Well, wonderful. But you've said a lot, and someone will say all these factors can be done when you have the funds available. It demands money. Where do we get the money from to be able to achieve this?
Well, you see, my brother, that is the problem. If you're a proper administrator, you come in and you know what your job is. You're not a footballer. You're not a player. Maybe that's why some people want to collect winning bonuses. You have to understand what is your role. When we came to Kotoko, people forget that Kotoko could not play in the league.
Of course.
Not raise the team to play, could not play a team to play dwarfs. Barclays Bank and so forth has seized our buses. We owed hotels all over the country. The indebtedness to players was huge. Jorgido had taken players to All Blacks. Sam Jonah had taken players to Ash Gold. The club was empty. The training ground had 2 footballs, I believe. The great Dogomoro was there. Obo Menz was there. It was a total shambles with no money. Empty stadiums. There were 2 kits that some former player had donated that Dampare was watching in the storeroom. And that was it. So you have to look at it and either say that is, you believe you want to lower the bar, or you need to raise the bar. And the day I walked into Kumasi with a guy called Whelan from Manchester United, we had flown in from South Africa to look. And I said, wow, look at this. And we both laughed. Abnaya was in the car, he shed a tear. And then it was quite clear that if you're going to do this job, You need to sow in order to reap. You need to invest in order to make it work. And people will not understand you because a supporter wants to sprint, a manager wants to do the 400 meters, an investor wants to do the marathon. So you have to combine the two or three. How do you make the money? How do you bring governance? How do you bring the right image so that sponsors and businesses see you as attractive? How do you manage the communication with the world? If you really understand what it is to be an administrator or a manager, then you will see that it starts to come together. But if you appoint the wrong people, and I found it interesting that before we went to the World Cup, His Excellency the President charged the ministry to raise money for the Black Stars. It's sad that football, which is the easiest and biggest sport to raise money, we are struggling in terms of what we do to raise money for the sports. And we have to look at ourselves inwardly. We have to be honest for a while. We have to stop being sycophantic. We have to understand that football is for everybody. It's not for one person. It's not for two people. Nobody knows more than other people. I think when you start reaching that point and the immense talent that there is in Ghana will come to the fore, the right people will start handling it. It is no longer a discussion. Now the stadiums are empty. I'm far away across the world, and I listen to some of the comments and I laugh. I look and I'm sad at some. I look at history, I look at time, and I just think if we can bring a degree of honesty to what we're about, then it's not so difficult. Because, my brother, just imagine, I'm not sure which team in Europe you support, but if I just choose a Liverpool or Arsenal or Manchester United, and the chief executive that they bring in has got certain tasks. Just imagine if Old Trafford were take 76,000, tomorrow has only 38,000. How long would they keep that chief executive for? If Emirates build a stadium of 61,000, Tottenham Hotspur has built one for 62,000, and they have got executive boxes, they've got lounges, they've got this, they've got that. They're meant to sell advertising space on hoardings. They're meant to check event management to make sure the stadium is being used, and so on and so forth. All the things that are common sense in terms of the management of any sporting or theoretical or arts institution. And the person who's in charge, the place is locked. There's nothing going on.
Right.
And therefore the money that comes in is not sufficient. And yet in Ghana, we fail and then we continue. So if we go for AFCON and we fail, we then go as the lowest ranked team. We put up some comedies here or good play here and we fail. We come back, our leagues are still empty, and people are surprised, right?
Yeah.
So we can watch it as a point of comedies. And those who are old enough know that Ghana is great. We have talent. I knew that from the day that Middendorp first came to Ghana and would go from town to town, village to village, as far as the Ivory Coast border sometimes, and come back and tell me that, in some town somewhere, he saw these children with such incredible ability. He hasn't seen that before in Europe. And then realized that when I brought the great Pini Zahavi to Ghana, when we were going to buy ice gold, and he came and he said, look, Herbert, why do I spend my money going to South America to pay 10, 20, 30 million euros for a player when we can get better talent here? And yet, in order to bring about change and to bring the talent, the people who know more than me and you, the people who could frustrate the process, frustrated the process. So we have to decide as a country, whether it's politically, whether it's in the world of sports, whether we really want to be number one again, or whether we need all kinds of tricks to beat South Africa, whether we need to get lucky in Nigeria, whether we need to go, whatever we need to do. Because you and I know that Ghana is better than that.
Right. Well, I will just need to ask this final question before I let you go. I remember very well, and I'm not sure I'll ever forget this day on the 6th of August 2002 when I am Porterfield was at the Rage Park. I walked from Swami to Rage only to be sent back because there were too many supporters wanting to watch the team train. and Herbert was at the venue trying to beg the supporters to go back and come to the park on Sunday training, and more than 5,000 people had come there. So
That's true.
yes,
That's
and
true.
these are scenes that keep on reoccurring in our minds and wanting to get back to that level. And we are forming an autonomous league. I mean, in 2023 or 2024, the GFA wants to let loose the league from the administration of the FA. I'm not sure if you have other ambitions in sports or not, but would you want to lead an association or body like that one day to lead the transformation of the league?
Well, first and foremost, let me congratulate the FA for this move. You know, the late Abu Jo was a very good friend of mine, and I know he's also a good friend of yours. And that is something that we championed during the days of Kwesi. You know, we really believed that there was a need for the running of the league to be separate. And we looked at Griffiths in South Africa. We looked at the administrators in other leagues. And we believed that if you had an independent group where really they had to monetize, they had to manage, and then you took it away because the FA structure itself does not work. I mean, you go back, my brother, over the last 30 years, a lot of honorable men just doing musical chairs between committee, this and that, the same guys who have not proven to you and I that they can run a football team, fill the stadiums, make it profitable, take them to the semi-final of the Africa Champions League continuously year in, year out. And yet they are doing musical chairs amongst themselves, committee to committee. And we just wonder what really is going on. And I think that first we need to commend the FA if they are serious about it. Because it is themselves who are responsible for running, who are also responsible for a lot of the slow motion that we have in the development of the game. And really, there needs to be the divestiture of powers, complete autonomy, and then you bring in people to change the image, rally the sentiment, get people out into the streets, get the flags waving the same way as they used to in the olden days, where towns and villages, red flags will be flowing. You go through Dewu, old people would come in front of the vehicle and want to come to watch the mighty Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Even though it was not a great team, it was the process of coming back to be one. So I think if this is true, look, you guys are the young guys. I'm trying to slowly move away from sport.
Right.
Yes, I apologize. I think something happened.
Yeah, I think
to come on your program is maximum, because I know what you do, I know what you feel, I know who listens to you, and I really hope that the powers that be will do as you said, but in the knowledge that they are not losing power, they are rather gaining power.
Okay. Chairman, I hope that we get you in the studios one day when you finally come back to town. I'll be hunting on you to see when you return, so that we can have you in the studio. A lot of people have been listening, and the comments are very a lot. The nostalgia is there. People who watched a game those times and how they feel about the current status of our Premier League. It's sad, but we wish you well, and we will come back to you some other time for more knowledge on how to transform the game again. Thank you very much, Chairman.
Thank you, my brother. Stay well.
Okay, why? Chairman Herberts, Amponsa, Mensa, and Yeneno, Edi, and Komono. Meaning some more mobility, one man, a dear Bakwa, there be our tie can a chairman air cannon. Or see Nipa Bako. Omonye bibia extraordinary Ghana. Bi o hokra club not etare ho. Enya ne dia. Onye bibia amfa club ya nko Africa semi final. Onye bibia o national team bia. Omo na lead committee for 20 years. asem na waka wo say nipa no onye bibia
musical chairs
Only cloud
comedy and ye
oni adwin bia.
I'm say sometimes obi can bro for I will say ye force no no because asem na waka no e be hye omo pa wo say wo hwe nipa na otetare team ni ho onye bibia on fa team bia nko ba bia onye league am ni na another thing so I check my car and say Tottenham for move from White Hart Lane because stadium nisa fans ne person ba more and o makosi 55,000 man you for 75,000 we say who wake up one day na almost stadium 75,000 na nipa o moti ho no mo ye 28,000 CEO no ade eche obeko because every be atwam na stadium nisa ene GFA ni bia o ka kire me say ye moving ko park nketwa
Just what feeling.
on with the thinking abrofo no move from hybrid Arsenal for say hosa nti omo ko kese mu nti wo a obema afi kese no so wote no you have to leave.
Yeah, say Chelsea cry no. On say no more man so may renovation on Stamford Bridge.
Yes, hosa.
Now almost say on be here 5 years because on person bubu ni cry no mu biem.
Sir.
Na enya.
They do baby na ye feel big stadium. Na afi aba baby a population increase. Ghana won nipa 20 million. Near Philly Stadium. Say you 35 million. Na ye so te na okasa afi de ensan kope ketwa na nhye danye sayema.
Yeah. So mediocrity.
Say France ni Argentina amon call fantasy. Omo management anye say ska wo kan wo sem. The say ska na come na me kan say wo kan ministers man na me kan no. The woman say
Yemra.
Well, just mami clarify bibi. The woman say football fund the pressure to government. It's my government that produce can. Minister no dey no by dey no by.
Any government here incompetent papa. Any government here omoti so you incompetent papa.
That was the point.
GFA for the pressure to so what education dey am.
For the government asem na wo kan wo say asem. Football for the pressure to government so ene.
Wo dey we
GFA for bi omeko government obi a no e minister dey lead o do.
But just say at times it is
GFA the pressure to so say ma nipa ba ko 100,000.
GFA for the pressure to Ghana for so.
Any aban incompetent.
Since 2006 ene. Bepim dey ene. You come say that there.
Na dey ye kan o ha intimu ntie. Omo nsuya nyansa free. Any aban nsuya nyansa.
And na say say aban prince there.
We a minister wo ti wo hwe pass ball so now so am obi 100,000 na obi the pressure to so say man is kind.
Any demand say.
Omo di tuo na
any nan no me demand say it's not a right. It's good.
And the World Cup we sat here in this studio and told them the management committee no
and say any government program. That is the normal.
Anomaly. It's not a norm. Abnormal.
Since 2006, yes,
don't you travel, woman?
2006, no. Abaya ko. Anything you do,
no. Also, banana be
repeat the same thing. Pressure. Let's say, any na you two. Do more than you two.
So mad.
Say 204. Say yes, I no. Emma management committee. Be ma no kwento kwakura si me ebo obi asum. Na sa aban ne ko. Na different government. Abana also be repeat is ah. Any omo etu omo ne kwase etu.
Me support say you. But me just say so man prove dia so man nya prove dia
you prove no
minister no be
minister no prove o ma be prove ye maybe ni o ma no
eh nipa bi na ko share kona mu se de be omo so de omo benya nti e no omo nyina prove
ye minister no so be gene de
no ma o ka so man de prove ni Ghana
minister ni 200,000
ono be gese esa uni Ghana card listo uni Ghana card o ma ye so prove ye minister na call prove in our name yen yasimentia
ono kwa
oni obi omukoye bia nti na me se aban o mpese bebo minister dia it is government.
It's government.
Yes, yenya $20,000 and fund transform stadium mobile yenya bi
okay you mad the government dia metias here na mo ka say minister no pay sadia minister no kwa
minister obi anka say
minister no budget
ye ni ha ama ni na Van der Point yes ni na Van der Point na onia enuma bebre wan twetwam enuma bebre wan twetwam obey minister no enu ono na class ka say bonus no kura say monye 5,000 just say we minister enu ti ne de wa ba
no ma for me alliance
minimum
kasamba ko
And yeah, your own
But Debbie, can say.
it is
Me
madness.
can say good, but I'm just say.
To give one
Some
person
point to say.
100,000
Maybe a minister didn't pay us. I don't give an pay us.
Wama.
What did you me say?
Sananado
Minister to me say.
Minister this is ya pamona anumre ya.
No, the mission say.
Budget
Minister no quite give an pay us. I'm not cabinet improvement.
Tie. Cabinet
or
whatever. Young can't say. Metna can't say Ghana for the CM more 100,000. You ball liable. You won't sue or mono more pack. You under 17 Tadia Shomo, baby or mother.
Yantia and say a chan team, Black Galaxies. Also, bonus so many. Nakas or more so a bomb matches and bonus and famano. Now, management committee member, I got $100,000.
Wama, and you say yes, now, remember, cut from 206, mean changing my position. It is madness.
The make sure say
one person.
Nobody's agree. Says Kajamo, we are friends. No,
What's the chairman Kai? And let me say, you never summarize it in some Moken now. Or see, we need a degree of honesty.
Dishonest people. Dishonest people. Greediness.
Sports minister, Wama, or a bad.
Me Adia Maka, me changing my position.
Yes.
You have any game not to play, not your way.
Yes, stadium. What one national stadium? One national stadium. One national stadium. We need $200,000. I pitch. Our national stadium man could be one person. Onye she me metuma can be management committee need him entro dosia. Ontre 2 seats. Antra me de okoye walk up. Na me ntia ne se wanye hu. Dia no mo manage. Alex Asante does
She's a money man.
Alhaji Grunsah so mu deserve.
Me ka say the dem me preso.
Alhaji Grunsah dey all justify one che adwuma mo koye yo. Dey all justify ne say what na play. Aban na atwa play obi asuma.
And dem ni nya
jo ba che say nya nipa man na play mu.
Aso kan dem ni nya
dem play now tell Nigeria no want to play man.
Me antra play.
Supporters man ko bi. Supporters man ko Nigeria. Mo ko nya $500 na dey yes say man supporters. And $500 near the Ghana supporters or Mokoy. Now then, I owe you $100,000. I will say, what can I play? Now, do nobody or no $500 on the one trap play of our public way. I am one Alhaji try.
I ain't change your position once I'm home. One man, my change your cannot crash. Cannot crash.
The me can say, you be every month. The me can say, our money is mistaken. Some of them say, mistake. Me Ghana ka me tia yi levy me nya mistake
ono call parliament e ko kire say sika say ne yede man ye
o ma mu $50,000 kra wa bomusuo say o makọ wo kodi national team achi ya twe o white paper mu say eye position a yede ama mo ban na ama mo position say mundi team na chi eye privilege de yen ye pe ene ebetua ma obi a per diem ko tu team no fo mo futu obi a coaches na tu o mo fo
agree to that.
Why $100,000?
And yet,
who paid?
A only problem no.
Minister problem.
I am causing financial loss to this country. Yet
why the man minister zone dia? Why the man minister zone dia?
President.
On the budget na
Why the man minister zone dia?
The budget na ko
the budget na ko
that be why this budget
me no the budget be Dr. Kuti say o man say now
say you
value for money.
Why this kind man minister zone dia?
One month. Minister budget or the core no. O ko defend the budget no. And you this kind man no.
Now to run
no. It is how you be a honest person. I be anka ho no kra no ka o de ba o betwam. O betwam.
Uti minister the budget ko say yema management committee no
who approve it? Who approve it? Yes, budget. Masa, so ko list na one man. Ye nyanka ho asem. Kofi, so ko list na wo hwe nipa o matua o moka. Nipa o matua o moka de ama 5 million asa. Wonya sports biem. Mete ye no. Nti na me say let's go. Nipa bi o mudidi ache. Goro people. O makwaje Ghana skasa o man work. Yes, because look, ya win one match. Ya qualify. Ya ntua winning bonus. But now so mu create bibia. E just because nipa na de koy no FIFA tua 50 ka 50 omu plane tickets omaduane hotel FIFA na 550 Now you call World Cup here 26 players. You have 14 officials. Okaboma say 40.
Yeah.
And Ghana had the extra 10. Kraken one I say 50. Ghana had the nipa extra 37. 37.
When it comes to World Cup, Minister, I want to be.
Wa man na ho de nya keto abi.
Yeah.
Ho de nya kese papa.
What
And no more for alliance.
Bra friendly game.
What you say? FIFA 50 hoka.
Baby obeda oduane obedi.
Bibia enti nka ye nim nyansa ka World Cup ya ba nka 9.5 no. Omo de awie o.
Sanada.
Ya omo so omo de besi hotel no. Omo de awie. Nipa bi omo didi achie koye no. Na ye ka nipa omo kwagigi me ma nyi bi nti wo kan bie wo
Michel fe from Chama. Wa man no twem. Unka say 200 kwa no ma abre.
Utia na ukasasa.
Utie de.
Ba me pese be point to one person na ho de keto abi.
Ya failure as a nation. And
na ho de keto abi.
Eh sector bia.
Ya faili.
Ya faili. Eh sector bia. Anya sports nko a. Anya football nko a. Utie asem na o kana ya faili pa. Because oman aye wo mu no. O have na fatama motorway so. Time I motorway na nipa na cars do do fa motorway so
na 5 million na e Ghana.
Yes, but still no yentumi enwene say ya do so nti motorway no kwa e dey ye bie ma na enti oman no ne ya failure
Chame.
oman na failure because
leadership minister
Obama me in 1999.
But no minister ho de keto abi o World Cup. Ghana World Cup minister ho de keto abi.
99 Hebet first Kotokorias na man for floodlight no.
Trust and honesty.
Yes. They be make say no na make say be say hwe time a ket ba foforo. I will start to bring back the love. Na catch na man for there. Man for stadium. Bring back the love the buy no. Na man for stadium but almost start say
enemies.
Ebia anya enemies kra. Ebia referee dey din say munu. Yes you punishing na yes you punishing na name ma out. League na ya ebo referee me din sem hu bia hu say game we dey ade na referee no enti nka supporter bia okohwe game no bibia no animoni me ya person hu say ya sanction dey referee no nanka na koma ato ne yam next game okwa akohwe a ode akoma pa na ekohwe referee no obetie yes no odi match bia dey yes ye punish no na ama out almost that is so omo ye nneoma bia emu na ho no na say abambuo no asa atekokwa because omo ba time omo ma na abambuo na ateko but omo enkomo ya den kakran komo peja ka love na ba
look at that ya
love na ba na omo asa abayi omo so ba ya di ama say love na asa ya dey ayira kra
your friend look at that ya
complete
ko your friend look at that ya
ma hu say sika nso e control nipa e chen say be yadwen e ye good mum good because one man World Cup na e call ya who the state of our football yanka say we are going to be prudent there me ko lead me am ya prudent scan e benya yan country players and said this time appearance fee sem no ye na ye be kire mo se munyi sei the omo no onko that is how you do it
sana say no
na fe yakoche say munyi we na yeso yemfa we obi akodi team achi 2 weeks na duane odi ya aban atua
ne da dem aban
atua ne dan odi aban atua
yeah sama
de oye bi aban atua
wasaje pediem
land oye nyina aban atua na duro nyina duro nyina ya to atua owia ne ama na de privilege nie kotena plane first class kodi team achi o national team Ghana national team kodi achire privilege be nie kotu players obi ape o mahwe no kotu achire kotu omofo sabibi anyansa bia akora ni utrim by see di obachi de tu omofo yenya yetua ho ka wo wie ya so wo deserve 100,000 wo privilege ye de amount but boys ne ba ombebo ball e wo ebo so aye hia $20,000 I transform me one page ye ni bi
nyansa na
ni amount 100,000 say kodi because of privilege bi e de amount say ye national team no kodi achi e wo abra mo kokko school wo abrochire mu hu ba bi omo ye omo de yie Egypt and Morocco muni abrochire but look at what they are doing now akwa aba na wo be justify say who deserve 100,000 na nya o man asabi o magimi a wo be bobo wo mfuturom no akose sika 2 weeks sabi nya o man bi a men ka se nyina na yagimi nti na wa man wo ka se e o man me menka ho
oba
menka ho because I know the good
yeah budget coin no you can see di you bought 3 matches in we are best spending over $8.1 million. Yeah, you know you dean or Ghana how much?
Yeah.
saying.
Some minister na so din. Minister na so din.
Don't point to one person. When it comes to work up, a minister, what you get
na mo so pa is a free anchor. Satan no a president, no minister. Woman keep quiet in the case na ehun ya no. Former minister, you call the last time I call World Cup 2014, you buy then minister no obetena be swing and nam de na Ghana for the year and minister be akwa $100,000 amani pass 7 na ye ka wo see no de rene anka say minister. Na yanka say wan. Yanka say wan.
We are speaking the same tone. But me am sure say as a nation, you know, you're fairly sample them to
leadership
now.
Minister wake home. Onupo or document or something. The amount the time cry say no document also already. Because the last World Cup I when him go say o man here the edge and the commission of inquiry the report white paper down. It will buy Osaka will be ready.
No buy on here for now.
Only on my for me alliance. Friendly games, Grana Minister.
The interpreter said,
friendly games.
The interpreter nation, no. You have a stopper. You have fashion nation, no. Next time, when you be in town, prove budget to be a BM. Who sit down there and prove that budget for the minister?
A minister, none approve your woman.
No.
And you,
minister, wake up,
minister. Approve man, anyone deserves also.
Whoever proved to the minister, so good, and you are failure. That's all.
Anyone deserves also, woman.
Say, machine, Umia stop doom show, no. Producers baby one cutting off air
because no me because
man who say I'm getting tired like ebi amikowura asa na me ba me who
fairly
I'm getting tired.
Say next time nobody should prove that money for the FN again from top to down. Nobody. Who paid this 100,000 for these people
for 12 years?
Who approved for the minister to pay? Who approved to the minister to pay? Who approved?
Oh, baby,
Obi or approving my minister. Just a minister, and he doesn't fit to be baby or one. Ah, who authority? Who authority? Who na?
Ah, you go.
Obi Bianco.
Bravo.
I know some, but said the kind of what's 7 years veteran. Yes, because they say in Ghana, they say I as some guarantee in Kwasi Afo no say I know my catch no because you need the pebia all surely agent said the air corner me see ano.
Yes.
And only a problem no. The air coin you need the pub any single person or because the air corner me see ano. I don't think I know Neil and Tevanda for example the amount. Who say what were or more you so black stars no and milk Ghana for second or maybe or Shahanan Tetisha.
Where's Sano?
Because I did not know where's as a minister.
Where's Sano? When you support from the government, when you support from the government, I'm telling you.
On about the $5,000 bonus.
Agree, but none government can see no. None government can see no.
Or the change by
Obama near no one. You support but the government and support no. Football for me powerful.
Panel.
We have to stop them.
What should we do now?
Let's cruise.
Let's cruise.
Is it important to continue talking about poor pitches for 12 years?
No.
Low salary for 12 years?
No.
Ghana Premier League attendance for 12 years?
And no nankofo bi ba no mo ye foreign no mo nye we ni
Is it important to continue talking about appearance fee for one person for 12 years?
I say you need you maybe di.
No, because you can't deal back upon check kra na GM ka. If you are upon check kra ordinary be she be imprenu na born pupu a. O ma biem. Nti ya ne upon because Ghana League no mu twa to TV so na. South Africa, Nigeria, Niger, Somalia, almost say great country like that. South Sudan journalists.
Common lizard. Me friends say they good that one, you know. Security, you know.
Fencing.
Now lizard no first one a pan you know that ho. Omu be for na fe omo go bi.
Is it important to come to work? And I decided say we are now going to talk about
we have to tackle the nation. The nation.
Obama yes, generation is to be blame. On me blame me.
The nation.
ebi mu ka foreign yo omo bo station mi say wo we mu de omo nye den it I think say
na fa so be na free so ba ade a ye wo wiase ne so be ya ade ba ko ato doing the same thing every day and not getting results ohun kra ye say me atam for manya e wo adwuma we mu
oba be ka say oba be di
obi ko ka foreign news anu onya position because we knew obi atem wa ye din ye say dey bad boy Obama a bad boy Kofi Jere a bad boy because we ben nipa na wo mpe but dey ye ka no e man is car and our cost of
iska omu sha say hwe na ase frios na ase nom dey
na omu ho CCTV
ba oni bibi me de bia meka o de bia meka say Kwame Nkrumah obeye ne de ko e nyoma obeye ye no nyuma pa ye no yegusu endi mu de
okay
amotena so after Kwame Nkrumah unipa ko sabi bobo bra pa eda ho inchirima ba behu Kwame Nkrumah we is more than 100 years. It's about legacy and so there now we are
no sports journalist e Ghana yenye demonstration ye bopo na ba ku ka send the message on them was say
Abraham be mo shake as if was be say o fight for black man now we don't say ba ko na ba ko no dey pama jibi for no because o fight no wow nipa black man ba ko e ba be fight it ya until na dey ba ko no boy jimi for no because by yen start to say omo wa jimi no ombe opu
because me ma hu nipa bi a me ne ye ne omo start ade we be e wo Kumasi that time appearance fee asem we ye ne every say free and krenya problem e kasa wo wastage ye koye work up ye ni hwe ye ka me say Owura Elvis free ankra me hu say or contest for NDC General Secretary na me raho or ye presidential material walk up no ade ni wiase nyina say wo ye ya na makofa ne mem wa osu obi isu na makofa ne picture abeto ho or ye presidential material
akele no
sa de no enti wo ye bibia wo wiase a and the general secretary ko ni otuko no mo na epre still a wonya but no oye big man na fifi kote mo men no e wo NDC nti wo ya ade bia na wo madisika ne di wani mu a na wo deprive nkwada o maka achie park aye bobo na wo ye minister wo ye GFA panyi na wo te wo na wo hu say e wo say fans ba stadium but omo ma ba wo ye okay ya bo to aso 4 weeks obi amba ba wo ye okay because wo no wo ye okay. But say game no be die o send die o. Born na park na bobo wo so na enye. E wo adwuma ba we okay because I'm found ho a. Masa, can we continue doing like this? Kwame Nkrumah be ye ne de. Ya be ye de. Godwin Mafo, honorable Saka wan so be ye ne de. Ya di show ni besi ya. Ya kramo.